Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. The last time I saw you, it was very early in the morning, and I was tired. Tonight we are riding on the Humpback Road. I've driven on this road many times before as I've talked to you, but I don't think I've ever said this is the Humpback Road. This is the Humpback Road. This is not actually the part of the Humpback Road. This is actually, I don't even think this is officially the Humpback Road, but that's where I'm going. And you need to ride on this road to get to the Humpback Road. So if any locals are like, you're not on the Humpback Road, man, I understand, but I'm going to the Humpback Road. And so I want people to not be confused. Although obviously I've confused you. And there's limited vision here. I can hardly see. See, it gets kind of narrow here in the Humpback Road. There's an area up here where you gotta honk your horn. I did some photos here, like this truck right here. I took photos of my bike here once. If you look back in my Facebook, you'll see it. See, it's a little bit tight through here. It's much better when there's no other traffic. You can kind of come through. But you gotta, see here? You gotta honk your horn. Let people know you're coming. And sometimes it works, but the locals, I think they sort of just tap it and just keep coming. As I said, the last time I saw you, it is kind of dark and ominous in here, isn't it? The sun's going down. Doesn't matter. The last time I saw you, it was 3 a.m. in the morning. We were riding the Sink the Planet ride, which turned out to be quite awesome. In Victoria here we had 58 riders at the end. I think we almost hit 60. Might have hit 59. Doesn't matter. We had a lot of riders. It was 3 a.m. It was quite cool. Now, was it Sweden? I think it was Sweden. There was a group of riders and they hit 50 riders, which is awesome. And we have a whole buttload of riders in India, spread out all through India, and there were groups of 5 and 6 and that sort of stuff, which is awesome. And of course we had our Aussies and our British and our English, and our British and our English, same thing, you know what I'm saying, and in France, and we had riders all over the place. All these little fresh patches of asphalt, they feel wonderful, even with knobbies on. Then old asphalt, new asphalt, old asphalt, semi-new asphalt. So here in BC, well, I should say here on Vancouver Island, we had something like 52 days without rain, and it was getting really, really dry and really, really hot. And a couple days ago we had some rain, and it rained, it did rain, but everything's still completely dry, but it just sort of stopped our, record of no rainfall. What reason being is that I'm talking about that is that there's forest fires all over the province. Now our province is huge. If you take a second and you go look at British Columbia, it's big. It's like Washington, Oregon, California, Idaho, Wyoming. I mean, it's all of the west coast of the United States. We have a big province. So there were like 300 fires or something going on. So there was a lot of smoke in the air, and now we actually have blue sky. I mean, for weeks, we've had this sort of sepia kind of filter over the sky, and it's that kind of yellowy and just kind of gross. Sunsets were kind of cool with like the red, because the sun is like red almost all day, and at night the moon is red as well. I haven't pulled a wheelie for some time. They put there's a ban in right now. I think it's still standing for off-road vehicles and motorcycles in the bush. You can't go riding out in the bush because it's too dry. And a hot muffler could set off a small fire, which will turn instantly into a large fire, and then we'll have 361 fires, or whatever number I said before, plus 1. So I would love to go into the bush, but I can't. So I'm riding along Humpback Road, and the summer is quickly dwindling away. We're already midway through August. It's been a super hot late summer here, so it'll probably be hot through August and into September. And I haven't ridden for like a week. I don't think I've ridden, in fact I know I haven't ridden for like 10 days. Just because I've been taking the truck to work, because I've been loading stuff up and whatnot. So to get out on the bike tonight, I was at home and I was kind of feeling that funky kind of, and I thought I need to go get on the bike. And so here we are, enjoying the ride. Large, lush maple leaves, limited vision again, surprise. I don't know about you, I know about me. Whee! I don't know about you, but I should ride along the top of that pipe. That would be kind of hairy. I'm not doing it. Forget that. I'm not that stupid. Look at it. Just end up into the side of that stair. I don't know about you, but motorcycling is medication for me. It really is. When I'm feeling, when my bike is down and I cannot ride, there is a noticeable level of funk in my life, where I'm just like, this sucks, I can't ride, and I get all kind of funky. My wife says, go for a ride, but I can't go for a ride because the bike's not working. So it's problematic. I'm so out of wheelies lately. I haven't done wheelies for so long. Anyways, there was something I wanted to say. What was it? Yeah! What was it? Oh, yeah, I've got this video that's been sitting here for literally months. And I've shot it not once, not twice, 3 freaking times I've shot this video. And it's for this. Can you see them? Here, go like this. I should pull over and show you. These, which is the Viking, it's like an enduro saddlebag, soft saddlebag, which is great. It's worked out so far so good. But the problem is, this is the problem. Dual sports. They don't have any panels back here. And so I wrapped my muffler. That didn't work. Well, I did it without the muffler. So with the original setup just hanging down, that. With this, a little bit more of that. A smaller version of this, a little bit more, and now I'm at the point right now where it's basically doing what it needs to do. So I got to shoot a video. Well, I've already shot the video, but I got to do an update on how I solved the problem. Bags are great. It's just that they're meant for something like this, where you got, protection from the elements of the heat. I tell you, So I gotta put this video together. It's so frustrating when you have to shoot things over and over and over again because it's not working. And that's where we're at right now. Nothing new to report, nothing exciting, nothing great, nothing fantastic. Just that, going out for a ride. Thought you might want to come along. As soon as it gets cooler and we get a bit more water falling from the skies, we'll be able to go out in the bush. But until then, we've got to ride on the asphalt, which is all right. It's not great. So I'm going to wrap up for now. For today, all done. Talk to you later. I'm going to follow this little green car. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not going to follow that little green car. I've never been up this off-ramp before. It's brand new. It's not really brand new, but it's new enough that I haven't been up it. All right, talk to you kids later.